What's up, everyone? Happy, wet, dreary, drizzling Monday for you. Hope everyone's doing well out there with each other, for each other, whatever you're doing with each other. Welcome to the beginning of the week. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And, dude, we're just going to jump into this episode because I don't know where this is going to take us today. Because I'm all over the place today. I am so scatterbrained right now, and it's just what it is. I woke up and I was like, good day, all right. We're going to get this thing rolling. And then all of a sudden, you ever have that feeling like, like your think tank, that sits on your shoulders, your head, it doesn't work the way that you want it to sometimes. Like your brain is just a few cards away from a full deck. And everything you try, even the easiest things you do every day, like making coffee. How hard is it to make coffee? The machine does it all for you. It's not like you're hiking up 7 mountains and grabbing a bean from here, another little bean from over there, and then you're, crawling underneath a plentiful freaking, elm or whatever to go get another one, or whatever you're doing, to go gather up those little things. And then after you get all of them, you go out there and curb stomp them. You curb stomp them, and then you put them in a cup. And then now you got to look for some water to boil and all that. You don't have to do all that, because the machine does it all for you. Unless you don't do the obvious thing, and that is turn the coffee maker on. That's what happened to me. I didn't turn the coffee maker on this morning. How hard is it to push a button? You did all the rest of the work, and you forget to do that. And when stuff like that happens, it just throws your whole mindset into a frenzy, and you're like, oh my God. You get this feeling in yourself deep down in the bottoms of the soles of your feet. You get the feeling that, oh my God, if my day has started out like this, then it's all down here from here, buddy boy, because things that you do on the daily, like making coffee or getting dressed or whatever, it's not working out the way that you want to. So now you got to step out of yourself. You got to take 2 steps back, 4 diagonally, and 2 to the left or whatever. And you're trying to do all this just to attempt to get yourself back in order. You got to give yourself a reality check. Just because, at that point in time, you just feel like you're jumping out of the frying pan right into the flames of a bonfire, of a backyard hillbilly bonfire. And now that, you're trying to give yourself that, like, get your shit together and everything, you got to do that. You got to get your mindset in it, because, you're the only one that can stand on your own 2 feet, and make something happen, regardless of what's going on in that day. Because no one's going to change your mindset except for you. Your headspace is all on you. So now you're like, okay, got to get out of it. So now you might have to shake up things a little bit. That's what I try to do today. I try to shake up things and dare to be a little el diferente. You got to show a side of you that you don't normally show, that people don't get to see very often, you know. Because sometimes, man, sometimes those comfort zones that we are so used to on our daily lives, you know, they they aren't so comfortable when your head isn't screwed on right that morning, that day. Your mornings affect your entire day most of the time. So I mean, have you ever heard of the old saying, old ways don't open new doors? You know, well, comfort levels for me sometimes do the same thing, man. They don't open new doors. So I guess that's something to think about. So, but, um, again, welcome to beginning of the week. And I'm really glad to be here with you guys, even on this crazy ass freaking morning, man. So, but something great happened this morning. I have a friend, right? I got a lot of friends, as you can tell, but a friend of mine just had a new baby, a new little one. So I went over there this morning to congratulate them, on their newest family member, and this is, people say it all the time. Ooh, I got the cutest kid. Ooh. Yeah, okay, sometimes, yeah. Other times you're like, God, oh, damn, look at the freaking eyeball set on that little, where'd you get that kid from, But, but no, man, this kid is cute, and you could, and you could tell she's healthy. She's got all her arms and legs, but no kneecaps. I just found that out this morning. No kneecaps, she's really, really playing with some, she's playing with some fire right now with no caps on, but my friend told me that. My friend was just saying, like, she just found out, that all baby, or, she just found out that all babies, when they're born, they don't have kneecaps. Which blew my freaking thinking box already. Already I'm dealing with the coffee. My mindset's still on the coffee. But now she's saying that her child doesn't have kneecaps. And can you imagine not having any kneecaps? I would think that we would just be walking around looking like damn Gumby from the waist down, I guess. Something like that. All I picture, I guess all I picture is everyone having, like, Twizzlers for legs or something like that. But she, she also said, and I guess it's just a fun fact that, because I don't have kids, I don't know any of this stuff. But she said that also that babies have more bones than adults do. Supposedly a baby has like 300 some odd bones, and an adult male or adult female or whatever, you take your pick, has like 206. So my question is, who's sneaking in the middle of the night, stealing these bones from these little children? What are they doing with them? Are they making some sort of baby broth out there, or selling them to like the Salvation Army, or maybe a swap meet? Like, hey buddy, I'll trade you this ankle bone for this riblet. Yeah, I'll trade you half of a jaw for for that carpal carpal day diem or whatever you want to call it, that sort of thing. You want the anastomomastoid or whatever. Like, I'll trade you that. It was mind blowing to me, man. Because I got 3 nephews, and nobody once, not my brother or my sister or anybody, has ever told me that they came out. And they had all this stuff. They had all these, like, I'm sure that would make our bone structures like 4 times as strong. So where's this skeleton unit like disappearing off to? But I guess that's the things that you learn day in, day out. That's life. You learn something new every single day. But I didn't know that we were, taking things like that. I mean, when do we lose all those? Like, I wish I had a doctor here to just explain to me a little bit more about that sort of thing, because that just got my curiosity, just rolling. And the one thing that I did notice, because I wasn't gonna pick her up or anything like that, nothing like that. It's just too soon for me. Like, I'd be afraid of, dropping her like a freaking hockey puck or something like that, But one thing that I noticed when I was looking at the new baby and everything is like, why does it look like every baby, why does it look like they're hiding a secret, that they don't want anyone to know about, like they got some sort of knowledge or agenda or something like that, that they could tell you, but instead they just decide to smile and roll over in their baby blanket, and that's what they give to you, almost like they just like pulled a prank on you or something like that, but you don't know it until all of a sudden, boom, it happens. I've just, like something that you've just never seen before. You know what I'm talking about? Like somebody, like this baby just, replace someone's, toothpaste with something else, like mustard or shaving cream or something like that. And that little infant's just waits there till you hear the sound of, they're all nestled up and everything. And then all of a sudden daddy reaches for his toothbrush, and because it's dark out, the lights are out, the power's non-existent anymore, and all of a sudden, but dad has to get up and go to work and everything. So he's got to, brush those veneers or whatever. And next thing you know, you hear, oh! Because he just stuck that hot mustard in his mouth, And now the baby's just like, yeah. Gotcha, Dad. Gotcha. But I'm just telling you, man, some of these babies are Miracle Whip tricksters. But man, it's great that their newborn girl has, has her health and everything is right, and she has 2 great parents, that'll show up and do their best for her and make sure that she does well, So man, hats off to them, man, and I really wish them the best more than anything. And they're just a couple streets over, so if they need me for something, I might be there. Maybe, I don't know. But I wish them luck on this new adventure in life, man, because that's some crazy stuff, dude. So, but man, me, like like I said, man, I don't have any kids, but I've always wondered what it would be like to be a dad. But at the same time, I think about how scary it would be. You have all those questions running through your head, like, will I have the skill set to do a good job as a dad, or can I financially take care of a baby or like a small child of some sort? I used to have some adoption papers, rolling out on oh no, I'm not gonna say it. No, no, I'm not. I'll leave that alone, man. I'll leave that alone. But you have all these, questions running through your head. Will they come out okay? Because I would hate for my baby to come out, without a backbone or something. Because now they are all, human Twizzlered up for real. All those questions, they all, like, it just scares me. The fear of it is just so overwhelming to me. And it's probably all normal stuff too, but at the same time, it's just that what if. That what if. And I'm sure that there are plenty of others, new parents that had the same questions and all of that sort of stuff, so I'm sure it's normal, but I think the one biggest thing is, man, would I screw them up because of my shortcomings more than anything? Because I've put myself in front of, like, many people that I've cared for. I put myself in front of them. Some people that people that I adored, and some people that I have loved, I've put me in first place, and I've always kind of stuck them to the side. And I guess that's a fault of mine, but or maybe that makes me a selfish person, or something. The feelings that I have inside for myself overrides the rest of my feelings for anyone else. And I know that makes me feel or sound like a really horrible human being, but I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. And I guess you could call me self-centered. And that's just, even though my heart is as grandioso as, that's the damn Grinch. How that freaking green monster just, his heart just bursted out of that bird cage or whatever. And next thing you know, he's handing out all sorts of little gifts to little children. That kind of makes him a little pervy. And I don't know, man. And I'm not trying to do all that, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with all this. I don't know what I'm talking about, but shit, enough about all of this downer stuff, And sorry if this episode seems to be, I don't know, maybe it feels like I'm being a little whiny bitch, but sometimes I'll admit it. I'll be a little bitch. I'll be of a little bitch, and that's what and that's life sometimes. So. Sometimes you gotta muster up some feelings, and you gotta ride that bitch seat for a second, and then and other times you could be that little sly little sneaky little baby that puts hot sauce in your grandmother's damn Wheaties. You feel me? Yeah. Spice upon that, grandmama. Putting a little Tabasco in that freaking sternocleidomastoid, or whatever the jaw is formerly pronounced as, or whatever. So, but man, where am I going with all that? I'm telling you, man. Scattered. Yeah. But man, what else has been happening, man? Oh, man, Jake Paul and Nate Diaz, they fought, or should I say boxed, I guess. And Jake Paul won, and that's I guess that's all fine and glorious or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't get boxing now. Because boxing really, nowadays, boxing's really taken that uppercut to itself. Because growing up, man, we didn't have any of all these flashy YouTubers fighting and we just didn't have any of that stuff. We had Mike Tyson and George Foreman with his 9 kids, all named George or whatever, and Evander Holyfield and it's just the whole thing. We had like actual, blockbuster prize fighters that would knock your damn dick into your own Hershey oil well, I guess. But now it just seems like all these guys, man, all these guys are just looking to get views. They aren't out there, to win, to want to win because they have that feeling deep down in them that they just gotta have it, that they gotta have that belt. Because it just that urge, the feeling of saying that they're the best. We don't have that nowadays. They aren't out there to win because that's not the only thing that these people nowadays have. They have Jake Paul has, all this shit going on. He's a YouTuber. He's a merchandiser. He's a entrepreneur, if you will. And Nate Diaz, dude, he's a martial artist. And it's not one boxer going after another boxer. This week, we have a YouTuber against a martial artist. And then all of a sudden the next week, that we'll have a damn guy that delivers, ice cream door to door, and those guys are known as little butt ticklers, if you get me. But he'll go out and box someone of some type of orange belt, The ice cream man will go against orange belt, some ninjutsu artist. And then everyone will jump on board to see this thing, Ice cream man versus ninjutsu guy. And it's like, dude, where does any of this have boxing in it? Like, why is a martial artist, Nate Diaz, if he took off those gloves and he could use his fist of feet, if he can do all that, he'd roundhouse the shit out of Jake Paul and just be done with it. Put him out in a freaking chokehold that'll make his fucking grandchildren feel that shit. And now, I guess my question is, what happened to actual boxers boxing? And don't get me wrong, I know that all this is entertainment for everybody, and this is what people want, I guess. And again, this is my personal opinion, which doesn't mean shit, But, nowadays it just seems like they're taking away from the sport more than helping it. And because boxing itself nowadays, it's dying, dude. It's dying because we don't have any of these people that we used to have, like Iron Mike Tyson. God, when that man used to just walk down, dude, that guy you could tell that dude just wanted to, I mean, he wanted to murder somebody. I mean, like he said, he'll eat your damn children, you know? And he'd probably do that. He'd probably rip your damn sack off you and just fucking toss your nuts right in his damn mouthpiece. You know? He'll spit out the mouthpiece first and then chew on your nuts. But that guy was so... Ooh. And then once you heard ding, ding, and you're like, oh boy, what's going to happen? And then, a minute and a half later or whatever, bam, bam, bam. And that dude didn't even know where the fuck he was. Whoever the opponent was, didn't know where he was. And the same thing goes for like wrestling. We don't have anybody, that and don't get me wrong, WWE or WWF or WWA or whatever they call it nowadays, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was massive. It probably still is massive. But we still don't have we don't have, and I don't watch wrestling as much anymore, but man, being little and all that stuff, and you're like, I mean, you got to see Hulk Hogan, or Sting, or Macho Man. Yeah. Hey, brother, whatever, like, I mean, I can't do it, Macho Man, and he'd come out with all his strings all over the place, like he's about to just floss up a damn dental dam or some damn, a caveat that's going on in his mouth or whatever, And the thing is, everyone used to mimic these guys. Look what I just did, right? And that's just because you want to be a part of it, You felt it when Hulk Hogan ripped off his shirt and all that stuff and flung it around like a helicopter, Just around like a helicopter, That sort of thing. But, man, everyone got jumped up. Everyone, that you felt, even if you weren't at the match, you felt the electricity just off the TV, And that was probably because your brother was, trying to get the static off the damn screen. So he was using your face as a damn, drape or some type of drapery or a rag or something like that. But, God, it was so exciting, Because you wanted to be these people, I remember when staying up and watching Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. Dude, everyone thought Tyson was going to win, and they just thought this dude was going to murder this other man, And of course, Tyson went down afterwards, and that's just because he had, God knows how many substances running through that man's blood work. And it was, and Tyson wasn't the same afterwards. He just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I just, I don't love this sport anymore like I used to. But man, but staying up, and you got to, because you stayed up just for Mike Tyson. You wanted to see what this dude was going to do. You wanted to see if this dude wearing some boxing gloves is going to give this other guy a nice freaking haircut. But now everything's changed, Now you could catch everything, like it doesn't matter. You don't have to stay up on a certain night or whatever. You could catch it. I could turn on this, this Jake Paul, Nate Diaz fight. I could go watch it right now. It's not like a huge global event like it once was. And that kind of makes it not so much, not as fun. And of course, this is just me talking, and that's, because I'm sure, there's plenty of other people that are like, dude, you have no idea, what you're saying. And you know what? And I'll venture to say that I probably don't. But me, I'm an 80s baby, I mean, it's kind of like, not to get off track or anything. Maybe I'm still on the track. Shit, I don't know. Fuck, man. But there's, it's like going to the movies. Man, going to the movies? Oh, boy. God, that was so fun back in the day. And now you got everything streaming, and it's just so complacent, and there's just too many damn choices now, and everyone's a damn, everyone. And, dude, and I apologize if I feel like, if it feels like I'm just complaining this entire episode. And I'm trying not to. It's just, again, morning has been crazy. But going to the movies, that was a Friday night highlight, man. A new Terminator would come out, and that's all you heard the next day. Did you see it? Did you see it? You go to school the next day, and you're just like, oh my God, the way it, that dude turned into, that liquid metal, you've never seen that before on screen. You're like, this dude is changing into a freaking Christmas tree. He went from Christmas tree to damn coffee maker to Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, this dude is just transforming his body. I mean, he's transforming his own dick into another dick. But man, you had that excitement in the air. And now it's just like, okay, you get online and it's like, okay. All right. Okay. Saw it, seen it. Oh, they fought last night. Okay. Like, it would be so much better. I want to see Nate Diaz and Chris Paul in a damn street fight. Rip off those gloves. Put on some footwear that I don't really care for, some sandals or whatever. And put on some whitey-tighty, some sandals. Get out there. Make it rich. Make it mean something. Because this is just, I'm sorry, man. To me, it just feels like complete bullshit. And that's just my opinion. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. It is what it is. That's all I could say. So, but man, what else has been going on, man? Not much, man. Things are just, today I hope this week doesn't get into more craziness or whatever for myself, but it's just, things are all over the place. So, yeah, man, not much else has been going on. It's been just trying not to freaking, I don't know. Shit, I don't even know, man. I don't know what to say next, I guess. Yeah, dude, there's just, yeah, that's it. I think that's it, man. I think that's all I got in the tank right now. And I'm sorry if it's been, a lackluster episode or whatever, but, we're working on things. Again, we're still continuing to try to work on things in here, and that's all we can do, man. Is just try to continue to get better at this. This week I am going to put in a couple feelers to try to get more people in here, and it is what it is right now. But overall, I just hope everyone's doing well out there. More than anything, I hope everyone's making each other a little bit more happier than they were. Because that's what, shoot, man, trying to be in a crowded space with a bunch of angry people is just, man, that'll really blood suck the dang life out of you. And trust me, I got to deal with that at least, once or twice a week. So I try not to let that get me down like my freaking coffee maker this morning. So, all right, man. Well, I'm going to bounce. And I just hope everyone has an enjoyable week. And, yeah, man, that's all I got. That's all I got. So, all right, everyone. Stay true to yourselves out there. And, we'll see you next week. Love you all. Be well. Go pat your, go pat your grandma on her ass or something. All right, everyone. Peace.